Welcome to Psychic Tea. How are you, darling?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Oh, halfway evil, halfway lost. I really love her new intro because it's really the two of us battling off in photo.
I've noticed that. I love the background scenes. A lot of those random shots are not stock photos. Those are photos that I took.
Yeah. But and when I was doing the intro and the outros for the shows, I wanted it to be I found our theme music and I went, oh, this is perfect because it's got me coming in there super fucking hyper and you going in there, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, this is amazing because this matches our energies. It's wonderful. Let's tag it together. And then when you sent me new pictures, Miss, let me go play in the snow with the camera, I
It was
went,
an
oh, this is
emergency photo
it.
shoot.
This is it because I've got all the spring and summer and the hiking pictures and all that. You've got all this winter stuff going on. I'm like, oh, this is a tag team made to happen. So let's go ahead. Hello, Facebook user. Hello, Blue Knight. Nice to see you on tonight.
Blue Knight. Oh. Yes, I know him. That is. Oh my God, Nathan. I'm so sorry. My brain is, I've got one cylinder out right now, okay?
Right. She's got one cylinder out and I'm running on 4, so we're doing great. Hello, Shannon, darling. Hello, Lynn. Greenie. First time watchers, welcome. This is a new show me and Dottie's playing with. We're going to do a little readings. We're going to spill a little tea. We're going to have a little fun. We got trapped into a lot of Zoom chats and conversations about some of the shit going on around, and I said, fuck it. It is time to take this to the public and deal. So tonight we're talking psychic training because, I've got a ton of pretty paperwork over here on my side wall. You're always wanting a lot of paperwork.
I have no paperwork. I can marry people in the state of West Virginia. Wrong way, Dottie. Wrong way. It's that way. There, over there.
Yeah, it's that way.
That one.
Valerie, I have been informed. Apparently, I am still part of some older chats. And I'm very saddened by that news, but I'm waiting for things to be told, and then I'll say it publicly. So tonight we're going to talk psychic training and the fun world that we have come into. So originally,
as well, by the way, just
yeah.
Psychic training. Sorry.
Psychic training. The fun world of psychic training. So pre-1900s. The idea of psychic training, it was very much you're trained up by who you get stuck with.
Look, I want to tell you that is still the same way of training because I have had many people think that they were my master. I'm like, I understand why you'd want someone like me to be your slave, but it's not happening.
But see, that's not even where it's at. That's not even how it is. Okay, so let's talk in terms real fast and clear them up. Master psychic, master tarot reader, master this means that they have enough behind their asses that they have done at least 1,000 readings and have trained at least 10 to 15 students.
How many do I get for a YouTube video?
Well, I don't know. Track your views, baby. Let me know when you get to 1,000 views on a training video.
Now, I thought you said 1,000 reads. I've definitely done 1,000 reads.
You've done 1,000 reads. You've dealt with all. You've checked out boxes. Okay, so and those terms weren't even used until the late 1930s during the spiritualist movement. Who tried to organize us. We have early 1900s. We have the Golden Dawn running over here trying to organize us. We have the Fox Sisters that starts the spiritualist movement, trying to get that moving. Yes, that is the book. Someone has been doing her homework.
This is God. I have this book. I have 2 books. This is actually part of a course. I bought this as part of a course that I'm actually someday in the vague and distant future I will get past the neophyte stage. But honestly, I'm some sort of chaot at heart.
Well, it's chaotic energy, honey, and we've learned to love you for it.
Not all chaots are evil. We're just
No,
chaotic.
we're going to discuss that later on this evening. So,
I would
you know,
love to. I would love to. Somebody actually called me evil one day. I'm like, I want
oh,
to eat your
honey, don't
soul,
you
but
know
not
I
because I'm
am
evil.
Voldemort? Don't you know I am the Voldemort of West Virginia? Everyone thinks I'm evil because I
Voldemort.
don't
You're the
play bullshit.
Voldemort. You see, you don't even know.
Yeah.
Where did my book go? It has walked away.
Yes. So then we have the Fox sisters, and we have this large expansion. We have a few things going on. We have the First World War. We have the Civil War. Both of them are, yeah, Cabalic Magic.
Yeah, this one is actually it's a self
Yep.
and the great work of self-transformation. It's basically like a go at your own pace course.
Right.
There is if you get this book, I would highly recommend it, but you are going to be buying a shit ton of other books. It's like it's like an old school correspondence course for magic.
Yes, it is an old school correspondence course that popped up in the early 20s. And then there were 3 camps. And when I say camps, these are people that literally went out to the woods and started doing weekend events, and then they bought land, and then they built houses, and they had artist communities and spiritual communities, and they started trading mediumship. Tarot reading got brought in. All this other stuff got brought into Silver Bells or Silverdale. There is one in South Florida that is a mediumship camp, and then there's one in New York. The only one still, there are 2 that are still inactive, and those are, let me bring up my Twitter because I follow them all the time. Silver Bells is no longer inactive.
Does that mean it is active?
Camp Chester Fair. It's inactive. They are no longer training and teaching there. So these spiritual camps stopped up, and they started forming and formalizing the teaching process. But still, you know, you can't go to WVU and get a psychic degree.
You can, however, get a degree in occultism.
You can get a degree in occultism.
Yes, in the sociological study of occultism.
Yep.
The doctorate, even. Like, have you seen, oh my god, what is a doctor? Oh my god, what is it?
See, I have a doctorate in metaphysics. That's my doctorate, is in metaphysics.
Is it like a recognized one, or?
Yeah, in the state of California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, I went through ULC Progressive.
Dr. Puka.
No,
really hot Italian woman.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sorry, I know that you're not supposed to objectify somebody, but she is physically stunning. And she has that true Italian accent, and she has a doctorate in occultism, and she's always talking about like she doesn't shy away from like the deep dark subjects.
Right. Yeah, because there are some deep dark subjects out there. So
like, what was her name?
You know, my doctor in metaphysics, we're looking at $14,000. I have a doctor in divinity I've got to finish paying off, and then I'll get my doctorate in divinity. Those are through ULC, which took over a lot of spiritualist training and actually got it recognized by the state of California.
I had a bad experience with them.
I know. Like, it was really weird. And this is that changing of things. Y'all guys got to remember, most of my degrees came out for me. I was studying 96 through 2005. So a lot of the degrees that I have are no longer offered. They are no longer the same thing. A lot of the registrations.
They changed the names, or?
No, they just weren't profitable. Because this isn't this is for-profit education. So yeah, you'll see a lot of older degrees. You'll see a lot of newer degrees. My life, you know, because now they're teaching life coaching. That has become the new marketing term.
I've really thought about taking it. So what do you think? Life coaching, because that's something I've actually kind of gotten interested in, because it looks like it's almost like psychic light.
It is the same damn thing.
Right. Like, I've thought about, I haven't looked at this if you are going to decide to take a life coaching program, because I really think I want to do that. I really want to try the life coaching. It's the new buzzword.
Right. It's the
probably,
same thing. It's the same thing that psychics have been doing for 2,000 years. Unime has a course that is actually, the dude has an institute in Scotland. I love his course. Catch it when it's on sale and take it.
How much does it usually cost?
I got it for like $50 when it was on sale.
Oh. Heckle, heckle, heckle. Yes. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, Joe's heckling me from the chaos. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, he always wanted a doctor. He wasn't quite expecting spiritual doctorates, but you know, I have 2 of them.
You know, here's the thing. Like, I have, honestly, at this point, I'm a little afraid to actually sign up for a full course. Like, maybe if there was just one course, I would be okay. But I have seen programs shut down the moment I tried to join. Like, I tried to join a few times, and it seems like I'm always the outlier when it comes to that. I think as part of this is that I have studied chaos magic. Chaos magic is definitely a you do you boo kind of magic.
Most magic is you do boo. Now, high symmetrical magic, high ceremonial magic isn't. You better have your P's, Q's together.
Right. That's where why I'm a chaot and not a Western occultist, is because, honest to God, I can't do all the memorization. That's for people who want to just keep going to school for the rest of their life. Like Cabalistic. Right. Oh my God. I'm going to try that again.
Cabalistic.
Yes, Cabalistic magic. Like, you start getting into the Lesser Key of Solomon and the Greater Key of Solomon, and you're signing up, because you have to learn the Greater Key before you learn the Lesser Key, because you have to learn how to control these bitches. Like, yes, before you go enter into the brass lamp, you should probably be able to get your ass back out.
Preferably, and at least make sure the brass lamp can hold you and you don't put yourself into a vase. Because Lord knows we don't need to, you know, someone to try to stick roses in you, and all of a sudden they get millions of dollars. And you're like, what the hell is this shit? I'm working my ass off. So psychic training, my best. Let's go down my 10 thoughts of psychic training. 1, you need to know who the hell you're studying with. You need a human. You need practice. Just because you read 4 books, talk to me for 2 hours, or 4 hours, or 6 hours. You need to go do it. Like, you got the best psychic school I've seen in centuries.
Me? You know what is how I was taught? Like, you know, this is the Ace of Spades, have a deck of cards, go figure it out kind of school. You know, that's a country magic school. Like, here's a book, have some fun.
Yeah, no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about setting your butt up in a bar.
What is it? Sometimes you can find subscription channel sites where you can pay like $10 a month and then you get access to courses. You know what? I've thought about that. I actually had a subscription to Skillshare, and I really enjoyed it. And I have thought to going back to it because it was only $15 a month. Or Great Courses would also be one that I might consider.
Or Udemy. I highly recommend them. Check out your people. Make sure that the people you're being taught with are actually in the business. Let's talk about our dream psychic course. I want a business course in it. I want a marketing course in it. I want a video course in it.
Right.
Okay, because these are things I've had to learn from bootstrap and then have to disseminate out.
Right. You know what? That's exactly right. There should be a basic course on personal bookkeeping. The tax and bookkeeping aspects of owning your own business.
Right.
There should be and I mean a full fucking course. Don't give me no 1 hour and a half and tell me I'm good. I mean a fucking course.
Yes.
At least 3 full hours.
Right.
Over 2 days. And then you should definitely have some basic social media social media theory at the very least, because honestly, everybody's setup is going to look a little different.
They should. If they look the same, then you're not learning anything. You're in a sweatshop.
Right.
Because, we kind of jumped ahead of the history lesson, but around the 1980s, there was this lovely network, and their advertisement for employment was looking for housewives to spend 4 to 5 hours a day talking to people. They would fly you up and train you how to read tarot, how to read dice, how to read this, how to read that in a weekend, because I used to do it. That's where the idea of shotgun tarot started at.
That's a fucking
Okay, I used to do the training. And then you'd go home and pick up the phone, and you were expected to do readings.
That's pretty wild.
And yes, Bella, we do readings here. We need your name, birth date, and question. And which reader you want to take on, me or Dottie?
I'm out of cigarettes. No smoke readings tonight.
Oh, okay. That's fine, honey. I'll read them.
You want to read? Okay, if you want smoke, then Aeson's got to do it.
Yeah, but I say let's stick to the easy shit. Let's do tarot.
I do tarot for a living.
I know you do. This is part of your living.
This is part of my
tarot
living.
For fun.
But this is the fun bit.
I know. So, there's a lot that goes into learning the business, because reading.
Okay, so Blue Knight actually has his own channel. He's heckling me a bit in the chat. Of course, I give him hell every time I watch his show too, because God love him, he's not a professional. He just enjoys the craft, and so he'll break out the book.
Awesome.
Really, if we're talking about the educational system in the psychic world, we have to talk about the books, because that's really where everybody starts. They pick up one book and pray a lot, and and some people think they're masters after that.
No, you've got to keep reading. But since we're talking about books, let me grab my favorite two books.
Sorry, Nathan. I just had to give you hell.
Oh, we'll give him tons of hell. He's a knight. He gets a lot of hell, just like me.
Runs in the family. I got Libernal the Psychonaut sitting over here, and I've been meaning to read it for freaking years.
2 books. Highly important books. If you're a professional psychic, you need to read.
Don't start with Libernal the Psychonaut. That is not a starting point for anybody.
No. The Psychic's Yellow Brick Road.
The Psychic. You know what? I'm putting that on my Amazon list right now.
I love this book.
I am buying that right now, because you have talked about that a lot.
Yes. Buy this book. Read this book. This book has a lot of the real deal in it.
What'd you say it was?
The Psychic's Yellow Brick Road.
The Psychic's
How to find the real wizards and avoid the flying monkeys.
The Psychic's Yellow Brick Road.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Amazon lost. The Psychic's Yellow Brick Road.
Here's something I found on the web. According to thesionsforum.com, the crystal ball used by the witch clearly represents the microscope used to examine the chromosomes, while the yellow brick road is a metaphor for the RNA. Did that answer your question?
Not even remotely, but thank you.
I will send you a link to this one. I love this writer. She has some other ones out there. I had Corby on our show. She changed my business. The other one is the oldie but goodie Journey to the Souls, Series 1, Sylvia Brown, God, Creation, Tools for Life.
I just want you to know she was the one bitch I called out when I did the scammer video, okay? I just got to say that right here. No, I'm not saying I hate Sylvia Brown. I've never read any of her material. She done some shady shit.
Yeah, she got some shady shit thrown at her.
You know what? Oddly enough, one of my first books, since I'm sitting here just showing off, because this is not what I meant, but here's what I started out with. Actually, I got two. And y'all, don't laugh at me, okay? Pocket Guide to Wicca.
Mm-hmm.
What is the bell in the background?
That is someone walking onto my property within 4 foot of it.
Is probably a cat. Let's hope it's a cat.
Probably. I don't care if it's a human. There's a different bell, and I have to go and beat them.
Ah. So this is Teen Witch from Silver Ravenwolf. And
I like some of her stuff. I use some of her stuff, but her stuff ain't her stuff. Her stuff is just a reverberation.
I heard her on one of the talk shows. She's like still out there kicking. I actually just I bought a book from her and ended up giving it to a friend that was all about poppets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not judging. I would not say, look, I'm not saying that if I didn't get a deal where I had to come in, take a few shots, and put my name on a book, I wouldn't.
Well, she got a 4-book deal, and they wanted them in 3 days, in like 3 months. So she went through and pulled a lot of her stuff together.
Well, there you go. I mean, like, she's written a lot of stuff. I can't blame her for recycling it because, I mean, honestly.
Right. But here's the thing. And yes, I just sent you the link. Here's the thing, guys. It's going to happen. Here's why it's going to happen. You can't change the meaning of the 7 of Wands. Sorry, it has been around for 3,000 years. Get over it. You can add to it, but you can't take it away. Okay? Witchcraft, you can't recreate the circle. There's only so many ways you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, and she's had a pretty prolific career. So I am not judging because God knows I try to use all my content up. It's like never let that go down.
Right. She is one of the most down-to-earth witches of the founding century that I can get along with. Like, we can have conversations. She says my energy is very overshadowing. And it's like, oh, you ain't got nothing.
Aeson, I can't imagine you overshadowing anyone.
No, I can't either. But no, I like Silver Raven's work. I liked her books. Everyone knows I was part of one of her tradition for a while. It fit me for a while, but then I moved on.
I mean, her stuff is written for beginner level practitioners.
Well, there's stuff that's written for beginner practitioners. There's stuff that's written for long-term practitioners, which there's a very lacking market of that. Like, I'd love a book on how to read contracts for a psychic. I'd love a book on business theory for psychics. But there's so many avenues right now that you would have to write 5 books to get there. You have network readers that are one thing.
You have to figure out what category you fit in. Mm-hmm. This is completely off topic now that we're going on to the business side of it, which really should be part of the psychic.
It's part of the topic.
Yeah, we never do get through our list of shit we think a psychic could need, but
yeah.
But no, I agree. Like, here's the thing, like, because number one, there's that whole gypsy law thing, where you can't read in certain cities. You can get a stupid fine. Like, you guys sent me an article about the law in New York.
Yeah, do not read while you're in New York. You are not allowed. You're not authorized. You're not legal to read in New York.
Right.
And I done told you, I ain't got the cash bond to bail you out. That's the thing that you're dealing with here. She's planning a vacation up to New York. A business trip vacation to New York. She can't do her business in New York.
Yeah. Because it's fortune telling. And that's part of this whole scammer thing. Like, that's the thing. There's so many scammers that are out there pretending to do what we do that are not doing what we're doing. And we get hit for it. I'm sitting here thinking about putting on a darker lipstick. I don't know, this lipstick is like fucking blood red in real life, but it looks almost dusty peach.
Yes, I've told you that.
I'm about to go put on some black lipstick and see where this goes.
Okay. Gotta love, Dottie. We do costume changes and makeup changes as we're talking. Welcome to a real show.
I'm just, you know what, we're going on. I want to set the tone for this right now because I'm not saying I don't take it seriously because this is my profession.
We do.
Aeson's profession, but it's time to have some fun. We're gonna have some tea and coffee and some giggles.
Yes. But it's like there are certain things like you guys were freaking out when I said every one of you needs a black blazer.
I do not think I have a black blazer. Oh, no, I do. I have plenty of black blazers. Like, I've got profesh clothing.
Yes, because if you book a corporate event, you're expected to show up in a black blazer. Why? Because that's what the spiritualists in England do. The spiritualists in England is a very formalized system. And I love that system on which the U.S. would adapt that system because in England, one, we get our own tax bracket. We aren't followed under.
Nice. It would be nice just to have a category when you're trying to set up a, something like Anchor.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Or your taxes.
Yes.
Like TurboTax.
Yes, in England, you can take formal training. Here is why. The guy that wrote Sherlock actually formalized the system in the government for it. So, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, his wife was a medium. Lady Conan Doyle was a medium. That looks cool.
It kind of does.
Really cool. Yeah.
I didn't quite hit the halfway mark. I was going to...
That's okay. Just don't smudge it.
But fuck it. Leave it where it is.
Yep. There you go.
I look like I'm sneering from here, though. Like, between the peaches, like...
Uh-huh. It looks good on you. Don't be stretching. Your face is going to freeze like that, and then I'm going to have to get you unparalyzed.
That would change my brand quite drastically.
Drastically, yes.
It looks pretty cool, though.
It does look good. I think you should mix your lipsticks more often.
This color says, I bite.
Then we're going to have to get you some better teeth. Like, we're going to have to get you some real canines put in there.
Am I going to read your cards or read your soul? It depends on how nice you are and whether you tip or not.
Or both. Because Lord knows, honey, I normally read them both and be like, I'm going to tell you this, and you're going to go and do this, and you're going to be back in 3 weeks. Going, well, that didn't work. Yeah, I told you don't to call him, and you fucking decided to call him, didn't you? Yeah. Then why are you didn't listen to me the first time.
It felt weird. I like the way the half and half looked too, but it felt funny on my face because the black lipstick is old and needs to die, but it never shall. Like my dark little heart, it's not going anywhere. Actually, that's not true. I'm going places. I'm going to New York Saturday to see my billboard. That's not going to be there.
Oh, honey, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I wasn't even going to make mention of it, but let's go there, honey.
Here's the thing. Also, being a psychic, we're almost considered a part of adult entertainment. So
we are adult entertainment.
We are technically, we're in some weird gray zone.
Uh-huh. According to FCC, we are considered adult entertainment. According to the tax office, we are adult entertainment and consultants.
I'm an accountant.
As long as you ain't got to, well, no, you're already spicy, so we'll just leave that there.
Well, my bondage material's up right now.
Shouldn't it be?
Well, I mean, it's been literal months, so...
Again, honey, you're going to New York. You might as well take it with you. You'll probably make more money doing that and not get arrested. Pull out a tarot card however you might be.
No, see, that's just not fair. I'm not saying that
let's talk about your billboard.
My billboard. My billboard! My lovely, beautiful billboard that your husband lovingly put together for me with
Mm-hmm.
all the instruction they gave us,
Mm-hmm.
or lack thereof.
Right.
Whoo!
Oh, excuse me, Dottie.
Oh.
All right. Yes, for those that haven't seen my shows before, that is called a butt remover.
I heard butt remover.
Yeah. We've been getting botted lately on every stream I do, and it takes me about about 30 seconds to go and delete their comment, block them, because apparently the Russians really want us, which is really strange because right now we're big in Russia. Like we're one of their, it's called the Psychic Battles, is one of their #1 shows. I was invited on there.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I'm sorry, I don't go to Russia. It's on my no travel list. I really don't like being
I can't
arrested.
imagine why you wouldn't want to go to Russia.
I don't know. It's on my no travel list because, I don't know. I, A, don't want to be put in jail. B, do not want to become property of another foreign state to be experimented on.
And C, don't want to give money to people who would, attempt your annihilation.
Or have planned my annihilation, because it was really interesting. About 19 months ago, 20, they sent out this big long thing that says, "Hi, you've been invited to Battle of the Psychics. We followed your content and be very interested in having you on. Here's a contract. We will pay blah, blah, blah for your travel, blah, blah, blah stipend, blah, blah, blah. You will lose rights to your name and likeness for 5 years."
What?
Yeah.
You don't understand that that's what I signed my bills with, right?
They wanted to buy legal rights to Aeson Knight and Aeson Knight's image for 5 years. Like, honey, I know that people have red-hotted and teed the contracts from World of Wonder.
No. Just no.
Yeah, it was a solid no for me. Oh,
yeah,
not in Psychics Battle?
Yeah, I'd like to know how Psychics Battle. What fucking...
Okay, imagine American Idol, but for psychics.
That sounds like a really cool idea.
It is a really cool idea. We had our own version of it called American Psychic Challenge.
I remember watching that.
Yeah.
Forever ago. Like, it's been an eternity.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, so yeah, I had that offer. I turned that offer down because I like being able to sign my name on checks, and I like being able to sign my name and come here and do my YouTube videos. And do readings.
Yeah. Yeah, use your own image and your name.
Use my own image. Use my own brand. But, there are some psychics out there that do not read contracts, that do not require contracts, that do not do this. And it's like, what? What do you mean you don't have contracts? Let me see the contract. Who has a copyright? Do I maintain the copyright? Do you maintain the copyright?
Definitely some basic copyright and legalese would also be part of this. You know what? Let's put together this Grandmaster course.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a lawyer in on it. And an accountant.
A business ethics professor is who we need in on it.
Yes, business ethics. Business ethics, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I gotta tell you, I see people that I otherwise respect doing things that make me just like...
Like, Dottie, did you know that you can't buy stock if one of your customers asked you or works with the company because it's considered insider trading?
No, I did not know that. It makes sense. That's not something I think I would do.
Well, think about it. You have a reading with a client that maybe, I don't know, let's throw out a company here, works at Chevy. And you're reading on it and you're seeing that they're going to get busy and the company's doing good and they're going to get a promotion. And you hop on that stock. You have just committed insider trading and violated your confidentiality policy, which is posted on DottieThePsychic.com.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I do not play with the stock market.
I do.
See,
I have to make sure I can't execute any stocks that I've advised on, and I don't advise on stocks on Keen.
I think I would just probably go on Acorns. Like, that's what I'm doing for my retirement plan right now. I probably need a better retirement.
I'm liking M1 because I can put money in there. I drop $10 in there, they automatically invest. I don't have to do any research. It goes into a mutual fund. And when I'm ready to pull my money out, it comes out and it goes right into my bank account.
Right. Yeah, that's what I need to do because I've dropped some money in Acorn and I need to get the money out of Acorn because I really don't trust. It's a bit appy.
It's a very appy.
It's literally an app. It's an app for your retirement, and that worries me slightly. I'm thinking about going with Ameriprise and just seeing if I can just start doing something where I send them like $100 a month or something. Mm-hmm. Because in theory, someday I would like to not have to do anything for a living.
Well, honey, I retired 20 years ago. I don't do anything for a living. I play.
You play awful hard.
Baby, I do.
Like, this is my job now. This is what I do for a living. I'm not retired. I'm not unemployed. I'm self-employed.
Right. You are self-employed. I am self-employed. I have fun at what I do when I don't like it anymore. Like, if I get tired of teaching, I'm not going to do it because I'm my own boss. And that is something hard for psychics to realize. You are your own boss. Everybody is your supplier, according to the tax department.
Yeah, because we're basically entertainment.
Yep. You are.
Okay, so in this Grandmaster class that we are coming up with something, of course, now I'm giving him an idea. This is what happens. This is how Aeson and I end up with the scammer video.
Yeah.
And this little bit right here.
Uh-huh.
So in this Master Psychic course.
Okay, so they're going to learn Oracle, playing cards, tarot, tea leaf reading, crystal reading, clairvoyant information, and mediumship. They should have to learn. Huh?
I'm a master.
They should have to learn how to video, paranormal experience. They should have to have a full course in meditation, all forms of transcendental meditation. They should have to know accounting. They should have to know contract reading, and they should have to know basic social media. They should also have to have computer skills and how to operate the damn cell phone.
You know what? There were a few of those I didn't get, but it was mostly businessy stuff. Now, the meditations, I know a bunch of different ones, but you'd have to actually name them off. Like, I've done astral projection, I've done the deep dives. Not as good in astral projection. It is hard. I've done lucid dreaming, but I mean, that's often on accident.
Remote dreaming?
Huh?
Remote viewing?
Remote viewing. I don't do a whole lot of that. I keep meaning to practice, but I have done it. I was practicing with, I had a friend that I would just drop in randomly, and then I would text, like I would drop in, view the room, and then text her to see what she was doing. Or I would text her what I saw her doing, and she'd be like, yes or no.
Yeah.
Because she's also a fellow practitioner.
Right. But I still have to get my podium reading skills down.
Podium?
I haven't. Podium reading.
What is a podium reading?
All right, you see the big stuff like John Edwards does, where he's got a room full of people, and he just starts reading? That's called podium reading. That is actually a particular skill. There's a course in Tampa that I want to go take. It's 8 weeks with Sandy Anastasia.
Find out how much it is and sign up for 2 positions. I'll pay you back.
Honey, once I get the money, because I have to get an apartment in Tampa for 2 months.
Yeah. You know what? Virginia's a lot closer. The Edgar Cayce Museum is
And
actually also
Institute.
Institute. Yes,
Yes,
I have really thought about, because I've got the van I'm trying to get fixed up, which I have terribly neglected because it's been snowing. I'm going to bring out my bigger fan.
Yes, we need the real fan. I said we'd be spreading some tea here.
It's been snowing. There we go.
There we go.
The dog is crying.
Yes, of course I'm talking, so Luther's going to talk with me. Me and him have a side conversation going on.
He's been really, really good lately about not doing this, so...
I'm fine with it. If nobody can't stand Luther talking, then they need to, like, relax, because he's actually a very intelligent dog.
Okay, so we're talking about this, like, I really do think that we need to maybe sit down and actually outline with some pen and paper, and you and me in a Zoom meeting with notes.
Okay.
Think about an actual master course.
Yeah.
Like something that we would go through and collect.
I agree.
But I want to talk more about how do people know, because scammers have become an apparent undercurrent to my brand.
Right.
I didn't realize how mad they made me. People noticed.
Well, people notice because it's the dagfire of our industry. If there is a doctor that is not a doctor, by God, it's on fucking every show. But every day we go through dealing with people that have been scammed and we're talking major scams. We're not talking like a $20 sucky ass reading that, oh, I see a cow and a beach ball, so you guys are going to run into a beach, but you have to mark out your more balanced relationship. Or my favorite, this is my newest favorite. Ooh, I'm getting a download. Oh, I foresee for you a train and snow and a possible delay that will cause you to get coffee. That is driving me crazy.
Well, you never given one of those readings when you're tired. I tell you what, though, I was like, is he going to stay? I haven't had my coffee yet. You do not want to ask me if the guy you broke up with a month ago is going to call you. The answer is no. The answer before coffee is,
are you fucking nuts?
What the hell are you thinking, lady? It's been a month. Why would you want that asshole back? He don't even know you now. It's been a whole damn month.
You don't even know him. But anyhow, so, or the older sell, and it drives me crazy when I see someone do it. Well, David's telling me that you need to work on your business plan for 2027. And he's telling me that you need to be very specific on what you want to attract because you're very highly manifesting. Who the fuck do y'all need to know that David's my spirit guide and that whole damn spiel? That only takes fucking 2 hours.
I actually do not. I mean, I have spirits I definitely contact, but I think my guiding spirits are like Kali and Hecate.
Right, but those are gods, honey. Those aren't like David, who's a spirit guide, who I've built that mediumship connection with, and he basically does half the work for me.
I must have a bad reputation on the other side because we don't talk.
Well, you do talk because shit flies out of your mouth and you don't know where the hell it comes from.
The abyss.
Well, if you want to call them that, you can call them whatever name you choose. They don't really care. Spirit guides really aren't that complicated. Psychics like to make them complicated so they can charge you $600 to contact your spirit guide. Okay, but they aren't that damn complicated.
You know what, Aeson? I am proud of you right now. I am proud of you. Put that right out there. This is why we're friends. This is why we know each other.
Yeah. And we are friends. Unbeknownst to some people.
What is that about? Okay?
Okay.
I know what my story is.
You tell your story.
Okay.
Yes, I will still be doing, and it'll probably be either a collective course or a free course on how to connect and understand your spirit guides.
I would take that course.
Yeah.
I need to take that course. I've if you find it for me, it's going to be on fucking easily digestible YouTube video.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a course because they would just be videos. Because that's how I learned.
That's a course.
Learned a lot of what I've learned off of YouTube.
That's a course. Brenda isn't nagging me at all. Brenda is not nagging me at all. Okay? Brenda isn't nagging me. Brenda is reminding me to put it on the list.
Hello, Chris.
Spirit
I
guides.
remember you.
Actually, I might need Dottie for this one. Dottie, can I get you in a brown suit out, please?
A brown suit?
Yes. With the little set of spectacles. I need Dude Dottie, so put your hair up.
Oh, no. It's not. Hold on a second. Outfit change here. Woo! Y'all don't need to see the whole show.
Uh-huh.
Keep talking, Aeson. We got dead air.
Well, we got dead air because I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. But no, if I was going to do a YouTube video, I'd have to do it Dottie style and have like her acting as David for the day. That would be interesting. But no, spirit guides in themselves aren't that complicated. They'd like to be complicated. It's like tarot. Tarot is 78 cards. You put it together. You listen to what you're getting in your head, and boom, you're done. It's not that complicated. People like to make it complicated. It really isn't that complicated. All right, I'm bopping Dally out for a minute. Her craziness is what makes Dottie Dottie. So, but no, I'll do a video on spirit guides. Hell, I may even do a class on how to start working with them. It might be fun and entertaining. Oh, here we are. Here's Sylvia today. Hello, Sylvia.
This is my it's been so long since I did her. Forgot her voice. The literary librarian.
Yes, I need Blue Knight's file, please.
She needs a do-up. Blue Knight, man, check him out. He does the drunken divination. Have you been on that? It's fun. That was
I haven't been on that because it would be a challenge for me. So I need Blue Knight's file. I believe the file date is 3/27/1984. Boom, here we go. You know, she'd go get the file, go in librarian, go fetch me a file. Thank you. I need to turn to page 28 and see what's going on with his love life. Boom. Well, it says here he needs to go have some fun. He's getting too serious in it. That's how spirit guides work.
Hey, Nathan, hit us up later, man. Do you want to be on more shows? Like, you be part of our weird ass psychic collective mess. He is like I don't think he really wants to be professional. I think he does it for fun. But like, I bet that you would do really well on divination night.
Yeah. Because that is fun. Like, this show is supposed to be fun.
I know this wig. It was all $5, and I have gotten every penny's worth of use out of it. This thing's like 3 years old. I need to dress it again because like
it needs a wash and a set, baby girl, at best.
Yeah, it needs washed and set.
It needs soaked in some conditioner for about a month because damn, she's thirsty.
Well, there's like a hole. This thing is plastic. I can't smoke in this wig. Okay, I do not light fires around this wig.
I thought that was because of the Aquanet, girl.
Nope. It is strictly because of the materials. This is it's like spun plastic bags. I don't even. This is what they do with the bottles that they can't find a better use for when they recycle them. Like, I don't even know what happened to create this wig, but it happened. And I'm kind of glad it did. Also, I'm pretty sure it's not a good thing.
Right. But again, I think but no, that's what happens basically with spirit guides. They are your personal spiritual assistant to make sure that you don't fuck up and, I don't know, create an interdimensional conflict when you go jumping through shit.
Sorry.
For what?
Yeah, never mind. Interdimensional, No, we were talking about gossip. We were gossiping. I was being a gossipy bitch.
We've been a gossipy bitch.
Yes.
Like, I've got camp set up there.
Okay, I am not going to name names
Mm-hmm.
But I went to read for someone who was going to try and line up some readings for me. And they vetted me before they would let me read clients for them.
Mm-hmm.
This is not entirely uncommon. Often, a lot of places do that. It's not
normal.
super duper rare.
Right. It's like the tryouts at the strip club or the burlesque shows. It's the same damn thing.
Can you
Show me
actually
what you
walk in
got.
those heels? Because it is a trick.
It isn't that damn hard of a trick, though.
I beg to differ, and so does my ankle.
Honey, I used to wear 8 to 9 inch heel, 6 to 9 inch heels 4 nights a week. It ain't that damn hard.
I look so guilty. I probably am. Whatever it is. I don't know what I'm guilty of, but I'm sure I'll find out.
Well, anyhow, you were being a gossipy bitch. We were talking about how, everyone thinks that we are set and evil towards each other.
So, yes, gossipy bitch. No, I've got to tell the whole story because I fucked up.
Okay.
So they vetted me, and I did the reading. I didn't really think anything of it. After the vetting, they told me that Aeson had heard from somebody else that I read at 20%. A psychic's reputation is literally their income. 20% is shit. That's low chance.
I have picked up a deck of tarot and read a book.
I mean, if you are starting rock bottom with no previous past life talent, it's bad. 20% is fucking bad. It's bad. Like, honest to God, you're better off with a randomized list of fortune cookies, usually.
Hey, we have that ready for you anytime you need it, honey.
Okay,
it's in an Excel spreadsheet.
It's literally, it's literally, what? 20% is 2 out of 10, so it's 1 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't good odds. I mean, and you're never going to hit 100%. No. 85 is usually really good. If you
87
can hit 85,
is the professional. Anything above 87 is the professional level.
Right. I think I read around a 90.
I think you read around 89 to 94. Depending on if I've got you focused or not.
Yeah, depends on my coffee level.
Yeah.
And how bitchy I feel. Because honest to God, if I'm feeling full cunt, you will get a very accurate reading.
Oh, how do you figure that up? Easy. You look at your feedback.
So, yeah, like 20%. That's what they told me. And so, me being a petty Betty, I tried to hex Aeson.
Oh.
And it was a good one too, though. It was a really good one.
It was cute. It was
some high school drama bullshit. It really genuinely was. Like, I was like, okay, well, he's talking shit. I want him to taste shit when he talks shit. So that's what I put out there, and I wrapped it up in like a pocket mirror. Like, if you get like when you buy a foundation, like your powder, your setting powder. I dug out one of the old cover girls, put it in there, and did not get it all the way off the fucking property. I should have walked down to the crossroads to do it, so at least I wouldn't have dropped it on my own property. I made a lot of freaking high school mistakes. Like, that is not how I do my magic usually, but I was feeling fussy.
Well, yeah, and when you told me about it, I was like, oh, that's cute.
I ended up in the ER 3 days later.
Mm-hmm. 3 days later, you ended up in the ER. With what?
A kidney stone. I thought I had a GI bleed. I will never drink the West Virginia elderberry wine again. Because that kicked it all off. Like my
Right.
tongue, my tongue was black for days. Like I was like,
That's
okay,
because you got flat. You got
just a little hex. I know, like that was way more power than what I put into it. Way more than what I put into it. Like that shit bounced off, ricocheted, and amplified. I'm like, that is not what I said to you. That was not it.
Well, what's funny, honey, and I will tell you this. I take magic at a different approach than most people. Most people want to do the send back and the return to sender and blah, blah, blah.
They have this moral obligation not to escalate. I'm like, no, bitch, I do not. But
no, bitch, if you're going to give me energy, by golly, I'm going to take that energy, I'm going to wash it up, I'm going to print it out, I'm going to iron it out, and I'm going to use that shit.
Yes, mirrors will do that. They'll either hit their target hard or they will ricochet on to hell.
Well, honey,
you got to know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing, which makes the whole thing worse. It's because I know better. I know better, but it didn't.
Uh-huh.
I was pissed. And oddly enough, like, if it hadn't been for that spell, I don't think we'd have made contact because the spirits are like, you're going to have to pay penance. Why? He started it.
I didn't start shit.
He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. And that's basically
I sat up here and going, okay.
You're gonna watch his fucking live show. And now we're the bestest of friends.
Yes, we are. But at the same time, the funnier part of this is she's going, your return to sender spell was really, I got to tell you this. I got to confess this to you. And this is why I feel this way. And I'm like, okay. See, this is what people don't get with me. Talk shit about me. Put your name in my mouth. Put my name in your mouth. Go for it.
I'm like that too. No, I get it.
I love that.
I get it 100%. This is not. I do not usually pull off this. I do not usually pull this high school level bullshit.
Oh no! I'm like, talk shit about me, honey. Give me all that energy. Ooh, let's do another 18 hours worth of readings and redesign 2 websites. Blah blah blah. I take that energy and multiply it and use it for my benefit.
So, here's the question.
Okay.
Did you ever even say that shit? Not that it fucking matters now.
No. Bitch, I tell you if you're a sucky reader. I tell you, come take my class. Oh, honey, I know you're struggling. Come take my class. Oh, honey, I saw you reading over there, and honey, that's a shit-house mess. You need to come take my classes.
Bless my heart. I don't bless people's heart when I'm telling them to fuck off. I bless people's hearts when I'm like, oh, honey, he's a couple of pieces short of a Yahtzee board.
Well, honey, we're not going to talk about picnic baskets tonight and who's a couple sandwiches loose because we'd be here all night. But anyhow, no, honey, I think that you're a good reader or you would not be on West Virginia Psychics. You would not be a Mystic client. I would have done shut your asses down.
Look, it took me a year to get brave enough to tell you the story. I'm like,
I know because we're getting ready to go through contract renewal. We're getting ready to go through contract renewal in April with you. But anyhow, but no, you would not have, like, the people I don't like, I don't give my time to. I don't speak their names. I don't question about what they're doing. I don't gossip about them. I ain't got time. I've got my energy to go somewhere else. With my clients, helping my clients. It's like no psychic that I will deal with will come to me and talk to me about a specific client without me calling their shit.
Right. I think at the time your YouTube channel was even doing a little better than mine. Like back when we had like 100 between us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm up to 312 now. I don't know. I don't keep track of my numbers.
I am at 277. I do keep track because I'm like, I get excited every time I get a new viewer. I'm like, I hope they really do watch this stuff because I put my heart and soul into my videos, which was another reason I was pissed off. Because, I mean, I'm not saying that these aren't great. I love doing live streams. I love doing these live streams. But I was watching your live streams while I am like fucking scripting and costuming and doing things and stretching my abilities, which is much like taking on a new exercise routine. It's a bit painful, okay? Like
Yes. Because here's the thing. This is where me and you are simpler.
Yes, exactly. It was like that meme. It was like the guy goes to punch the dummy and the dummy smacks him in the head and he hits the floor. This is what it was like. It was like, because I was sitting there, I'm like, I didn't put anything about going into the fucking ER or pain in that spell. It was straight up a shit toggers taste shit spell.
Uh-huh.
I know better. I know better.
Uh-huh.
I have known better since I was in high school, but it didn't.
But it was cute. It was cute when you told me, and I took it in stride. You got to admit, any other person would have been like,
it did. It turned totally fucking black. Like I thought
yeah.
I had a GI bleed. I thought I had a GI. Everything from my digestive tract was like black and tacky.
Right.
And I was in a lot of pain because I had a kidney stone. I know he didn't notice. I had to tell him a year later.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Heck, I just maybe felt a little bit more hyper that day.
And the spirits made me pay penance for being that fucking stupid.
Right.
And that penance was watching your show. And the whole time I'm like, I don't want to watch this show. And you're like, Dottie, you want this thing over with? You want to pass that kidney stone? Shut up and watch. Okay, fine. I'm watching it. Can I get rid of this kidney stone now?
I don't know. Can you behave and put on your blazer and do your work and submit your schedule on time and log in on time and get your shit together and really take on your dream with full empowerment and going, God damn it, I wanted this, now I've got to own this shit?
Honestly, like the whole thing was part of a bigger... I swear to God, it kicked off a string of people who straight up attacked me and then ended up being my friend afterwards. It was one of these most bizarre recoil mirror effects I have ever fucking seen. During that period, I had a superior in my office accuse me of faking an anxiety attack, which is highly fucking illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came back and loved me after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like after her little escapade, I mean, because I was like really putting a lot of work into that business, and I guess she saw enough of it. She ended up with an honest to God, like a super bleed. She actually nearly died. I'm like, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
I know. It's like people think that I am so busy. If people thought I was hexing as many people as they think I hex, I wouldn't have time to do shit.
I know, this was just some random rebound effect. I'm like, what the hell did I do? You said it was going to stop when I listened to the podcast. You said, no, you're going to lose the kidney stone. No, this whole thing had to run its fucking course. It hit the
like every spell does.
My dog, huh?
Like every spell does.
Like every spell does. The neighbor threatened to shoot Luther and sicked his dog on him. And now we're friends. He even... And, it's a peace offering, so I accepted it. He even gave me a shot glass that was Women for Trump. And I'm like, thank you.
Hey, target practice.
No, I keep it. We drink shots. Oh, my God. Okay, I get the lesson. I get it.
But anyhow,
no more shitty high school spells.
And don't take on someone that doesn't give a damn.
Boing. It was so stupid and petty I was mad. I was mad because I was struggling trying to get a business going. And I guess the upswing is that now Aeson helped me get my business going. So that happened. Like that.
Yeah, because you came to me and you're like, I want to do this full time. And I'm like, all right, I need this ready by tomorrow. I need this within a week. This is your new routine. Get your shit together.
Yeah, because you went through and actually looked at all the shit I was already doing. Because the thing was, I was trying to put out like a video a week.
And I was like, are you stupid? Like, love you, but
crazy. I'm
Philip
crazy.
DeFranco has 20 people behind his ass. You've got you.
Yeah.
Now, either you've got multiple personalities, and that's cute, and we can deal with that. Now, let's get some medication in here and some psychotherapy, and let's rejoin them civil. Or
medication and therapy has never fixed this problem.
Well, of course it won't. What we need is 2 pots of espresso and a happy planner and a deck of tarot.
I do. I have learned to keep a schedule. It's on my phone.
Yes, you have.
And you pay penance by mentoring. No, the penance was watching his show because it hurt so bad to watch. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
Aeson.
I don't script shit. I don't do shit. I love Dottie and her pre-production.
I put a lot of work into my videos. I am a frustrated artist when it comes to my high art shit.
Yeah, I don't pre-script shit. I have a list of topics. Like Brenda reminded me I needed to do a spiritual guide video. Right. So I wrote down the spiritual guide on my list. Boom, I'll shoot it. It's 5 minutes. It's glorious. It's wonderful. I'm done. Edit the fucker and get it out. And no, I'm not mentoring Dottie. We're working together. Technically, she's employing my husband, not me.
We work pretty close. Got everybody talking shit about him. Maybe they'll get some shit taste in their mouth, man. Somewhere in my dark little heart, I do kind of hope that has now become part of the Aeson Knight shield.
Honey, I don't have a shield. I have a freaking fortress that just takes the energy in, processes it out, and fuels me up. And just for the record, while we're clearing everything out, it takes a lot for me to curse somebody. It takes a damn good bit for someone to curse me.
I actually bounced. I did. See, it's funny because I fucked that thing up with you so bad. It was so funny. But I actually have had to return somebody's evil eye not too long ago. It was much.
Why did you return it? Was it the wrong color?
No, it was on my dog. Like it had bounced off me and hit my dog.
Right here is fucking scam bullshit. It will not be held on any of this network's channels or broadcasts. Do not contact this person. And furthermore, the ancestors don't want to send anybody to you. They're too damn busy doing their own shit.
Yeah, the ancestors can usually be pretty damn direct, which just brings me up to the script I've been desperately trying to work on and has somehow developed a fucking block. I'm doing a video on hunting, which should be a course of its own.
Right.
Like, basically what to do if you think your house is haunted for scared parents and practitioners who are bored with every other video about it because they're all set for low-level beginner witches, but not really, not zero-level people.
Okay. So let's deep dive for this in a minute, and I'm going to give you the Aeson take, and it may unstop the stopper there. Okay. Deep dive. If you're being haunted, there's a reason you're being haunted. Either A, the house belonged to somebody else and you're making changes to it, and you have an address that the old owners aren't paying you rent. 2, you are either going through a life change, a life cycle, i.e. female and going through menopause, female and going through puberty, male with a estrogen overload and you're not dealing with it. And so you're haunting your own damn self. Funniest case I ever had. I had a woman call me in tears. Her kitchen shit was flying out. Her marriage was falling apart. And everything around her house was breaking. Okay, honey. So what do you want to take care of first? Let's take care of the haunting. I said, all right, fix your marriage. What do you mean? Well, honey, you're 53. That's normally a change of life. And you're unhappy in your marriage and you're suppressing those feelings that he's an asshole. Stop haunting yourself.
Yeah, I have haunted myself on many occasions. You don't have to be a teenager to do that. I did that right before my nervous breakdown, like full on thought I was semi-possessed. I was cursed. I was actually cursed, like full blown. But this was like feeding on me so hardcore that it was definitely starting to make things happen in the house. Like strange footprints. I didn't see the scratching, but like my ex laid down a line.
But you weren't. But were you homicidal or suicidal?
Suicidal.
See, the scratching normally happens when someone's homicidal.
Yeah, no, I was suicidal, so we got a lot of the voices where there were no voices, kind of. The constant dark energy. Yeah, I mean, it got bad. Yeah. And I ended up having to break it by breaking my wedding vows, making a sacrifice.
Well, that's fine, but you didn't need that asshole anyhow because they were actually not wedding vows; they were wedding chains.
True that. Preach on.
Okay, so there's that. So then people really don't like my second step to dealing with a haunting: clean your damn house. Get out a mop bucket, a broom, a swipe. Don't be calling me in to clean your house and cleanse your house when it looks like it's not been cleaned in a month. Get rid of those dirty clothes.
I feel you there. The answer is just throw stuff off my counters. What do they want? I don't know, but they ain't paying rent and they need to stop that shit.
Ghosts don't want to come to my house because I make them, after 2 days, they got to do the damn dishes. And dust and mop and clean. Okay? I've lived in 300 houses. The last one I lived in, the damn ghost canned cabbage and scared my dad shitless. I told him,
my sister has one of the sweetest ghosts. Here's the thing, like, not all ghosts they're not like anti-people. Sometimes they are legit just looking for attention. Like, they are, hey, I want my dog's attention. My dog wants my attention. The cat wants attention. That's like where it is. Everybody wants a little attention, a little energy exchange. And it could be good for everybody. Like, one of the things I definitely want to cover in this video is the diplomatic response. Let's start off by not nuking the house with sage.
Yeah. Tell Esther to not be waking you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but she could throw shit around in the kitchen around 7 when you have to get up because you can't hear your damn alarm. Put them to work. If they want to stay on this side of the plane, wonderful. If they're active beings, great. Put them to work. The afterlife is full of work.
So the house my sister lives in, an old lady had lived and died there. She only ever hears from this woman when the babies are sick. If the babies are sick, the gray lady is losing her shit, stomping down the hallway, waking her up.
Go and get your ass in here and be a mama.
Yo! Lady!
Exactly. That's the way it should be. But have you determined if it is an active or a repeater?
Oh, yeah. There's a special word. I know, there's an actual word, residual. That's the word. Residual haunting. Yes.
It's easier to call them repeaters. Because repeaters, they're no good to you. All they are is a damn videotape. Get out your mop and broom and be done with them.
We are fun. Nathan, we need to get on here. Like, we need to have like an LBGT psychic night. Did I get those in the right order?
You did. I'm impressed.
I know there's a lot of other letters, but you know, I still call it ADD. I understand. It's still the same thing to me. I don't know why people change stuff. It makes it
Because
so
they can't
hard
adapt to the frequency and they want to feel special.
You know what? I prefer Mogai.
Yeah. Actually, Blue Knight, Dottie needs to hook us up because I actually want you on a different show. I want him to come over Mountain Bears.
He is on Facebook. He has a channel of his own where he does drunken divination. Y'all, you should check out Blue Knight.
See, but here's the problem with this. And I've looked at his show because you were on there. So, of course, anything Dottie's doing, I'm going to research and make sure she hasn't, like, opened up a third gate of chaos.
I do all the time. I don't know why you say that like it's such a rare occasion.
You only open up normally a level 1 chaos, and I can put it together and fix it in about an hour.
If I stopped opening up level 1 chaos, you'd have to check my pulse.
Exactly. She is either dead or sick if I do not hear from her, and she has created some mischief for the day. But anyhow, so here's my problem with this show. I have an interesting response to alcohol.
Oh, God. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I have okay. So I can't do beer. So that leaves the liquors. And apparently my list of liquors have gotten very small. Because my drink of choice used to be either Black Velvet and Coke or
Black Velvet.
Or vodka. Straight on the rocks.
See, I like my bitch drinks. I think I finished off the last of my homebrew that night.
Okay. Problem is I used to work in a bar. So I used to drink all the time. So Aeson and Joe got the smart idea that we have had enough of this shit. We need to actually be our ages and act like we should and enjoy a drink. So Aeson drank a bottle of wine by himself. Aeson killed 2 bottles of vodka. Aeson then killed the spice wine he had. And Aeson was sitting here at 7 o'clock debating on if he should log in or go clean the house.
Drink yourself sober.
No, I never got drunk.
If I don't eat, I am drunk off of 1 damn beer. If I eat, the Irish liver kicks in. Then I'm good. Like, I'll get to a good cruising speed.
The only thing I have been able to find that even gives me a light buzz anymore is a frozen margarita. Oh, honey, please. Aeson has drunk more than that on an average night.
See, Chris has got faith in you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Aeson can do that. Aeson can sit there and take shots all damn night. By the end of the show, you will think he is more pettier than hell, and he will be debating the principles of cosmic theory.
You know, I do notice that the more I drink, the more I go from Sylvia Brown to RuPaul.
No, honey. The more I drink, the closer I get to Miranda Priestley, and where the fuck is my drink?
God, those were the days. How old are you? 19?
Who?
It says, like, I'll get drunk and end up without a hangover. LOL.
I've never had a hangover.
Somebody in the comments, you know, it's funny because people, like, we're reading off all the comments because we're going through StreamYard, and StreamYard
gives us wonderful ones.
Yes, we're broadcasting over several platforms.
Yeah,
mostly
it goes out to the international networks.
Yeah, how many see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different channels we're broadcasting this live stream on.
Yeah. Actually, we would have went more, except we maxed out at 8 apparently with StreamYard. Oh, hi Shannon. I've called her Sharon since day one. She's one of my baristas. So, real quick before we wrap this up, let's talk about some of the ways you can support this show and the other shows you see.
Oh my God,
Dottie, tell them about your Patreon.
Oh yes, my Patreon. Come be part of the Golden Dome. It's like the Golden Dawn, only it's like turtle nest.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know if you all know this, but my logo is the turtle. Where was I? Oh yes, you can find that on Patreon.
Mm-hmm. What did they get?
For $1, you get a bunch of random bloopers. Like I've got a few bloopers that are literally only on my Patreon. I've been trying to get my content out at least a few days early on there. Mm-hmm. So that's all $1. Also, I'm thinking if I ever have like a bit part that I want played, like a voiceover or something, I'm gonna give those people first chance at it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other thing? So that's $1.
Accreditations and videos.
Accreditations.
Yeah, they get their names in the credits.
Oh no, the accreditations you get for $5.
Okay.
And then there's a $25 for if you want a monthly reading.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I don't know what else we do for $25. I would have to actually look. If I got a $25 patron, I would have to figure out what I did for them. Right. I know that if you stay
have a lot of benefits.
Yeah, if you're a $25 a month patron for 3 months, you get a really cool mug with my logo.
Yep.
Which I do not have a mug with my logo. You know what? We need to do merch. Like, that's the next thing on the fucking list.
Honey, let me get my list cleared. When I get my list cleared, we will begin building merch. The first ones out with merch will be the Psychic Coffee Shop, and then we will go down the brand list. Aeson's going to have merch hopefully by March because he wants a shirt that says burn his shit.
You know what? I'm working on the tarot deck. I'm just going to deal with that. Like, I'm thinking like those would be some great stickers.
Well, not only that, but that's not our department. See, that gets passed over to the Joe department of we need merch for these brands. Get to it. But no, we have found a merch company that we will be working with. I have vetted it, and I like their merch. I wasn't going to show you those cheapy shirts that you can just rip off. So, yeah, that'll be coming. My Patreons get first bid at it. Of course, I have my own Patreon. It's called The Baristas, and a lot of my baristas are in chat tonight. They are the ones you're seeing as Facebook users. They get private Facebook groups. They get discounts on readings. They get their names in their videos, and there's a lot of other things that I'm going to be redoing and doing for them. They have their own private site that they get limited access and extended hours to me. So, yeah. So you can go find us over at the Psychic Coffee Shops, pcspnetwork.com. That's where you can access my Patreon.
Yeah, you know, honey, nobody's seeing all the comments. I'm not sure we're seeing all the comments.
We're seeing all the comments. No one sees all the comments everywhere else.
Right. So, yeah, Sam's been drawing a deck for years. I feel you. Like, I got the first suit done in a week, and I've got, like, in theory, drawing the cards should be done by March. It should be done by my birthday. That would give me plenty of time. Are you doing
a card a day?
No, I put it down. I got to pick it back up.
Okay. Anyway, let me give you the timeline on that one, Dottie. You will have that deck done by June. Then you begin working on the manual and the book, and that'll have to be done by, say, December. And then your deck will be out in 2025.
2025?
Yeah, because it has to go through publishing. It has to then go through graphic design again to make sure that none of the images are copyrighted images. Then they have to copyright the book, and that takes time. It's a process.
Okay, whatever. But I will eventually have my own deck. I am going to try and have it, at least the first draft done, because then I'm going to have to pay for some editing software and I'm going to digitally work on it. And I have to buy an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Or some sort of tablet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the fun part. The stuff that you guys get out now, the authors may have made 18 to 19 months earlier. That's why, Betty White decided to take her exit while people still had her on the cover. She probably shot that cover 8 months ago.
99 and still didn't live long enough.
Yeah. But we will surely miss her. I'm losing a lot of my idols like her.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, Blue Knight, it's really great and easy to get a hold of Aeson. You go to anywhere, Facebook, YouTube, wherever, type in Aeson Knight and send me a message.
Is Aeson your given name, or is that a name you have adopted?
It is not my legal name, but my grandmother hated my legal name, and she refused to use it. She, from the day that she got the information from her spirit glad Gloria that she was going to have a grandson, called me Aeson. And when my mother wouldn't listen to her, she continued to call me Aeson, and she registered me into the school system under Aeson Knight. So I'm Aeson. I've always been Aeson.
Huh. That's an interesting story.
Yeah.
I always kind of wondered because it has a unique ring.
Well, she put the E in there, and everyone always tries to make me Aeson or Arson, and it's like, no, it's Aeson. All right, guys, we've been here having coffee for an hour and a half. The teacup is empty, so we will see you guys. What date did we decide we're going to do this again, Dottie?
I think we're doing it the 10th of February. Shall be our
Yes.
next coffee and tea. These always go by so fast. They really do.
They really do. Now, that one we will be discussing how to deal with relationships and how to deal with breakups.
I will stay much more on point. I do feel like I veered us completely off the script. There's still many things I would like to talk about. But...
Oh, we will revisit this. We will be revisiting this.
I feel like I'll be trading before that point.
Huh?
Like, or at least have my list of books ready to go, because I always learned that like a lot of my resources are on YouTube.
I know, but I want to hear what you think of the Psychic Yellow Brick Road. So we'll cover this topic again when you've read this book.
I'm gonna go get a master's in something now.
Well, I have a few ideas of what you should get a master's in, honey.
I really actually want to go back to school and get my genuine bachelor's degree.
In what? Clairvoyance?
In random bullshit. My transcript's a fucking train wreck.
Honey, your transcript is kind of like mine. They look like train wrecks, and it depends on which institute you pull them from.
Right. I'm just going to take like a course at a time of just some random nonsense until they give me something.
Right. All right. So say your thank yous.
So, do we have a banner?
We don't have a banner for yours yet. We have an image for yours. But say your thank yous.
Do I have a thank yous?
Yes, you have thank yous. Thank your 3 patrons.
Yes, I remember them off the top of my head. If this looks good, please complicate my patrons list so that I don't actually remember who's on it. Beth Mullen, Sky Lawrence, and Kathy Jenkins, thank you for joining the Golden Dole.
And I want to give a thank you out to the support of Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Benya Bryant, Ashley Guest, Shannon C, Shannon D, the ever-loving Lady Gwendolyn, and Charles Shaw. If you'd like to learn anything more about me, go to aesonknighc.com or pcspnetwork.com. And where can they reach you at, Miss Dottie?
You can reach me at DOTTIE, thepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Good night, y'all.